The sun, a shy visitor peeking through the thick canopy of leaves, sent down its first gentle rays. They landed softly on the black and white fur of Bao Bao, our panda, who was curled up in a snug hollow at the base of an ancient, moss-covered tree. He stirred slowly, a great sleepy sigh escaping his lungs and misting in the cool morning air. His waking was not sudden, but a gradual unfolding, like a flower opening its petals to greet the new day. The world around him was just beginning to hum with life, a quiet symphony of chirping birds and the distant rustle of leaves that promised another peaceful day in the heart of the Sichuan forest. Bao Bao blinked his round dark eyes, adjusting to the dappled light that danced on the forest floor. He stretched one massive paw, then another, feeling the pleasant pull in his muscles. There was no rush, no urgency in his movements. Time, for a panda, is a river that flows gently, and Bao Bao was content to drift along its current. He sat up, his broad back resting against the sturdy trunk of his chosen tree, and simply observed. He watched as a single golden leaf spiraled down from a high branch, twirling and dancing in the air, before settling silently on a patch of soft green moss. It was a small, perfect moment in a day that would be full of them. The air itself was a blanket of comfort, cool and fresh with the scent of damp earth, blooming wild orchids, and the unmistakable sweet aroma of bamboo. Bao Bao inhaled deeply, letting the familiar smells fill his senses and ground him in his home. This forest was everything he knew. Its every sound, every scent, every shadow was a part of him. He felt the gentle morning breeze ruffle the thick fur around his ears, a soft caress from the world he inhabited. His contentment was a palpable thing, a quiet, steady presence that radiated from him, making the very air around him feel calm and secure. With a final, satisfying stretch that rippled through his entire body, Bao Bao decided it was time to begin his day's most important task. He pushed himself onto all fours, his heavy body moving with a surprising, deliberate grace. The ground was soft beneath his padded paws, muffling the sound of his steps as he began his slow, ambling journey. He was not just walking, he was moving through his kingdom, a peaceful monarch in search of his morning banquet. The forest seemed to part for him, its branches respectfully moving aside as he made his way towards the dense groves of bamboo that awaited. Bao Bao soon arrived at a particularly lush thicket of bamboo, its tall green stalks reaching up towards the sky like 1,000 slender spears. The morning sun filtered through the dense leaves, casting a beautiful emerald glow upon the entire area. He paused for a moment, his dark eyes surveying the bounty before him. This was not just food, it was a sensory experience. He carefully selected a young, tender stalk, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. With a gentle but firm tug, he snapped it from its base. The crisp sound echoed softly in the quiet of the forest, a satisfying signal that breakfast was about to be served. He settled himself down on a comfortable patch of mossy ground, his back propped against a sturdy bamboo column. Holding the stalk firmly in his paws, he brought it to his mouth and took his first bite. The crunch was loud and immensely satisfying, a sound of pure, simple pleasure. He chewed slowly, methodically, his powerful jaws making light work of the fibrous plant. Each bite released a fresh, green flavor that he savored completely. This was not a meal to be rushed, it was a ritual, a meditation. He closed his eyes for a moment, fully immersed in the act of eating, the taste of the bamboo, and the peaceful sounds of his own chewing. The world outside his bamboo feast simply melted away. The distant call of a cuckoo, the gentle hum of insects, and the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze, all became a soothing background track to his meal. He broke off another piece of the stalk, examining it for a moment before continuing his rhythmic munching. For a panda, so much of life revolves around this singular, simple activity. It is a source of sustenance, of course, but it is also a source of deep, uncomplicated joy. The sheer abundance of his favorite food, growing all around him, provided a constant sense of security and well-being that was as nourishing as the bamboo itself. After finishing one stalk, he reached for another and then another, his movements unhurried and deliberate. He ate with a focus that was both calm and absolute, his entire being dedicated to the task at hand. There was no thought of yesterday or tomorrow, only the present moment and the delicious crunchy bamboo in his paws. A small pile of discarded outer layers began to form beside him, a testament to his leisurely and thorough breakfast. He was a picture of perfect contentment, a master of the art of slow living, finding immense satisfaction in the simplest of life's offerings, right here in his green, tranquil dining room. With his belly full and a deep sense of satisfaction settled upon him, Bao Bao felt a playful mood begin to stir. He lay back on the soft, grassy clearing, the sun warming his thick black and white coat. For a moment, he just stared up at the canopy, watching the leaves sway gently against the canvas of the blue sky. Then, with a slow, deliberate push of his hind legs, he began to roll. It was not a fast or frantic movement, but a gentle, joyful tumble. He rolled over onto his side, then onto his back, his round body making a perfect cushioned ball of fur. The sensation of the soft earth and cool grass against his back was delightful. He continued his leisurely roll, a slow-motion somersault down a very slight incline. His paws flailed gently in the air, not with any specific purpose, but simply for the joy of the movement. This was panda play, a quiet and personal celebration of feeling good. He came to a stop at the bottom of the little slope, lying on his back with all four paws pointing towards the sky. He wiggled his toes, a small happy gesture in his world of peaceful activity. A butterfly with wings of brilliant blue fluttered past his nose, and he watched it go without any desire to chase it, perfectly content in his state of blissful inertia. After a few more minutes of lazy contemplation, Bao Bao decided a change of scenery was in order. He rose to his feet with a soft grunt and ambled over to a low-hanging branch of a sturdy oak tree. The branch was thick and horizontal, forming a perfect, natural bench just for him. With a surprising lack of effort, he hoisted his large body up, draping himself over the limb like a soft, furry blanket. One leg dangled on one side, another on the other, his head resting comfortably on his folded arms. From this vantage point, he had a new perspective of his forest home, a peaceful perch from which to observe the world. From his spot in the tree, he watched the life of the forest unfold below. A family of squirrels chased each other up and down a nearby trunk, their chattering a lively addition to the forest's soundtrack. A deer and its fawn stepped gracefully through the undergrowth, pausing to nibble on tender leaves before disappearing back into the shadows. Bao Bao watched it all with a placid, gentle curiosity. He was not a predator, nor was he prey. He was simply a peaceful observer, a large, quiet presence who was as much a part of the landscape as the trees and the moss, finding deep joy in the simple, profound act of just being. As the afternoon sun began its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and soft purple, a familiar sleepiness started to creep over Bao Bao. The golden light filtered through the leaves, casting long, gentle shadows across the forest floor. The air grew cooler, and the lively sounds of the day began to quieten down, replaced by the emerging symphony of the evening. The chirps of the day birds were replaced by the first tentative hoots of an owl, and the low, soothing hum of crickets began to rise from the undergrowth. It was a signal to the forest's inhabitants that the time for rest was drawing near. Bao Bao climbed down from his branch with the same unhurried grace he had shown all day. His quest now was for the perfect sleeping spot. He didn't have to look far. He found what he was looking for at the base of a grand ancient fir tree, where a thick carpet of fallen pine needles had created a soft and fragrant mattress. The spot was sheltered by the tree's low-hanging branches, creating a natural, cozy alcove that felt incredibly safe and protected. He circled the spot once, twice, his paws patting down the needles until he had created the perfect depression for his large round body. He settled into his chosen bed with a deep, contented sigh that seemed to carry all the peace of his day. He curled himself into a tight ball, tucking his nose under a furry arm to keep it warm. The scent of the pine needles was earthy and comforting, a natural aromatherapy that lulled him further towards sleep. The forest wrapped around him like a protective embrace. He could feel the solid presence of the great tree at his back, a silent guardian watching over him through the night. The gentle breeze whispered through the branches above, a soft lullaby sung just for him. He felt completely safe, completely at home. As the last sliver of light faded from the sky and the first stars began to twinkle through gaps in the canopy, Bao Bao drifted off to sleep. His breathing became slow, deep and even, a rhythmic sound that blended seamlessly with the quiet whispers of the forest night. His day had been simple, filled with the small, profound pleasures of eating, resting, and just being. In his dreams, he was likely still munching on bamboo and rolling in soft grass. He was a creature of peace, perfectly in tune with his world, sleeping soundly in the safe, dark, and gentle heart of the forest.